The following is a presentation of KBEK Sports, local sports.
That's the 25, to the 20, to the 15, he's going to high step into the end zone, touchdown!
Here, wide receivers split each side.
He's still going into the end zone.
East Central Minnesota, the action starts now. To bring you the call, here's Ethan Game Day Gilman.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's broadcast of girls basketball here in Mora, Minnesota, where the Mora Mustangs are hosting the Braham Bombers here tonight. Of course, I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman, and I'll be bringing you all the action from tonight's matchup between the Bombers and the Mustangs here at beautiful brand new Mora High School. This is going to be a good one. These two teams face off nearly every year, and they're soon to be conference teams. Yeah, these two teams, it won't be long, and they'll be conference teams playing each other twice a year. Coming up this fall, in fact, is when Mora will join the Great River Conference and will be the newest member of that conference. It is a fun conference to be a part of, if I do say so myself. And it's always a very interesting conference as well, because you just don't know what you're going to get year after year. You know, one year it could be dominant by one team, but then the next, well, you got another team vying for that top spot. It is very interesting the way this conference works. But, of course, for this year, and this will be the last year, that Mora plays in the Granite Ridge Conference. That conference has really been ruled basketball-wise by the Albany Huskies. So no one's really had a chance. Very few teams have come close, one of them being the Mora Mustangs a few times. But another team who I think is relatively new to the conference, if not brand new this year, is Pequot Lakes. They have another chance as well. But in this game, the Braham Bombers are here in Mora. They traveled. They made their way down, 65? And made their trek here to Mora High School, which I think it's about a 15, 20-minute drive. Oh, not too far. Not too far. But it should be a good one here tonight. I'm really excited. I think tonight we really have a chance to see a close one. Of course, these two teams, again, know each other pretty well. There are a bunch of sports these two teams play against each other in. And, you know, summer camps, you know, just the towns being so close. This Great River Conference, with these teams being so close, you pretty much know everyone really well. Pine City, East Central, Hinckley, Finlayson, Rush City. You know, I'd say, I don't want to call them outliers because they're not, but, you know, the teams that are, I guess, farthest away would be Ogilvie and Mille Lacs. But with Mora joining, you know, that kind of to me, that kind of reels in Ogilvie a little bit. That kind of brings them a little bit closer. And then Mille Lacs is up there, you know, Namie and Isle. But they have been a part of the Great River Conference for so many years. I think at this point, there's no way in how that they would come out of this conference. Volleyball-wise, they've when was it? I think it was 2019, 2020, something like that, when they actually won the conference in volleyball, and their basketball team has been pretty darn good. They've come close, their boys team have, to winning their first conference game. So I think that the Mille Lacs team is on the up and coming. So especially in football, man, watch out for them in the conference. And their baseball and softball teams have been really good too. So I think Mille Lacs is on the up and coming. So watch out for that Mille Lacs Raiders team in all sports coming up in the next few years. I think they're really headed in the right direction. We've seen their football team take a step in that direction. I think they finished above 500 this year, or maybe just a game below. So what a season was for their football team. You know, volleyball, again, was once again very good. They made it to, the semifinal or the quarterfinal in volleyball? But they've lost to the number 1 seed, Pine River Bacchus. And Pine River Bacchus has been a problem for all our local teams, Braham, Mille Lacs, Ogilvie. I mean, they've just been an absolute unit has Pine River Bacchus. But it's kind of switching focus back to basketball. Mora this year has not had the season that they would have hoped for up to this point. It hasn't been what they would have liked to have seen, but they are competitive. They're trying to stay the course. They're trying to continue to kind of, I guess rebrand would be the correct verbiage I'm looking for that one, as they are just trying to stay consistent with what they're doing. Looking at what Coach Dalby has said, he talked about this phrase at the beginning of the year when him and I did a preseason interview, and my goodness, it feels like it wasn't that long ago. It feels like him and I just had an interview last week or 2 weeks ago. Really doesn't feel like it's been a whole season ago, but it has. It really has. But again, this is a phrase he used in that interview, but he uses it here on this pregame sheet, and he says, we have a saying we often use. That's character over process, process over results. And I really like that quote because, the process can get very, very dull because you're doing the same thing, day after day in practice, week after week for, what is it? Like 2-3 months? Actually, it's more or less 4. So you're doing that over the last 4 months, and it can get kind of dull, but it's how you handle it as a person, as a player, as a teammate. How do you handle those situations and get through it? That's your character part. And then the process over results. Now, you got to stick to the process. Have good character, have a good attitude about it, stick with the grind, continue to grind, have a good attitude about it, and know that every day is a growth day. You can't expect every day to be perfect. It's a growth day, and you got to understand that. But then don't expect results right away, Don't expect that the results are going to come. Don't think that just because, yes, now you have a good character about it, that the results are just going to come because of that. No, well, now you have to start respecting the process. Now you've got to worry about the process and continue with that process, and then the results will come. And he talks about how he thanks the seniors, especially them, for all their work and their positive attitude and eagerness to stay the course and trust their process. Again, it's a little bit of a rebranding year for the Mora Mustangs. They're trying to get kind of on the Dalby way of coaching. And again, it can be difficult, but they have done a really good job this year despite not having the record that they would like. They've still done a really good job, but they sit at the bottom of Section 6 AA at 4-19, 0-11 on the season in the section, scoring about 35.5 points per game and giving up about 58.6 points, so 59 points per game, which you could definitely round up to 60, but we'll call it 58.6 for the pregame here. And again, not the worst defense by any stretch of the imagination in the class. There are plenty of teams that have a much worse points given up per game that are ranked higher than them. So they're ranked 103. There are plenty of teams who give up the same amount, if not more, in this class that are ranked higher than them. So, again, this is a team who, again, I think has done a really good job of sticking out the process, holding teams to that 58-point margin, which is hard to do in basketball. I mean, especially with the shot clock now, and teams are adapting really well to the shot clock, so teams are scoring a little bit more, in my opinion. Now, sometimes they do rush in. Sometimes we do see lower-scoring games, but for the most part, I don't think it's affected things, really. Scoring-wise, I really don't think it has. But for Mora, again, bit of a rough year, but they still do have 4 wins, on the season. And they're trying to make it 5 here tonight. It would be a big win. It is, of course, senior night, so it would be a big night if the Mora Mustangs were able to get a victory here this evening. Of course, they've only won 4 games. Those 4 games came against Mille Lacs, Aiken, Long Prairie Grey Eagle, and East Central. Now, in reading about this team and looking at this team, they've been in a lot more games than you would think. Legacy Christian is one of them. Legacy Christian is a pretty darn good team in their section. They're 21-4, ladies and gentlemen. 21-4 on the year. They're 14-0 in their conference and 3-1 in their section, which is 6AA. So, and they played them real close, 39-23. is how that game turned out. Now, they did lose that game, but they kind of struggled to shoot. And when this team gets on a roll shooting-wise, they're hard to stop. So you get them on a better night against Legacy Christian Academy, there's no reason they don't come out of that game with a win. And right now, Legacy Christian, if I remember correctly, has one of the higher seeds in the section. So there's a chance they could play Legacy Christian Academy come playoff time. There is that chance. And if they get them, I don't know, I think you might start looking at Mora and going, you might be able to win that game. Now, Legacy Christian Academy is ranked 4th. Mora is in last, so Mora would unfortunately play the number 1 seed, which is Albany. But, man, if they could get somehow leapfrog a couple of teams here with the last couple of games, they could really get, I think, more or less of a game that they would want to play against Legacy Christian Academy. Now, again, it is tough when you do, at this moment, have Albany as the number 1 seed who has just ruled this section, and they lost to them once by 60 and another by 44. So it is tough going into those games, knowing you've already played them twice. You really know each other well. There's nothing really you're hiding from each other because you know each other so well. So that would be a tough one, but they do have a chance with a win here tonight. And then the rest are on the road at Piers and at Foley. I don't know. I think they could win them. Now, they only lost to Piers by 19. Again, give them a better shooting night. You could easily turn that around. Their last loss against Foley was almost 20 points. It was about 16. So, again, I think these last 3 games are not necessarily ideal for Mora, but I think they're definitely looking at these games going, hey, we put together 3 straight wins to end the season. There's no reason we can't get a better matchup in the playoffs like a Legacy Christian Academy, who we played so well against, that we can't go out and win a playoff game. I don't think there's any reason that they couldn't. Now, there is a slim chance of that happening, as the teams above them all have much better records. Kimball is 9-15, Osaka is 12-11, 9-14 is Annandale, then 17-7 is Spectrum. So the only team they really could leapfrog at this point is Melrose, who is 6-17 and 0-4 in this section. And just looking at this section, it is so weird. Melrose, Kimball, Osakis were all 3 of those teams last year were at the top of this section. They had home playoff games, and they're at the bottom 4, which is just insane to me. Melrose, Kimball, Osakis all made it to round 2 at St. John's, and it's just crazy to me to see those teams having a down year, but every team does. Now, it doesn't seem like Albany does, but I promise you they do at some point in time have a down year. They will eventually, maybe, hopefully, for all our local teams they will, but it is very interesting to see those teams down there having an off year, shall we say. But again, for Mora, they're looking for a better matchup here for the playoffs. They'd have to leapfrog a couple teams. Now, there's no reason it couldn't happen. They need some help from some other teams, but they could. They very well could. Annandale's at 9-14 as well. On the other side for the Braham Bombers, they're feeling themselves pretty well right now. They're in a good spot. Currently just outside the top 10 at number 11 in all of Class Single A, but they are the true number 2 team in Section 5A. Now, again, Section 5A is split up into 2 parts. East and West. Braham plays in the East portion of it, and they are the number 2 team in all of Section 5A. So, with that being said, I think that Braham is in a super good spot. The only team they really got to worry about is Ogilvy, and we could potentially see a rematch in the semifinals, just because I just don't see too many teams really defeating either Braham or Ogilvy. Those 2 teams are really good. Really good. And I just don't think that too many teams have a chance on the road against those 2 teams. And not only that, the second round is at Hinckley Finlayson High School. And both Ogilvy and Braham would basically call that a home game. They are very comfortable there because they play there once to twice a year, maybe even 3 times on some years. So there's no reason that this Braham team wouldn't be able to have a rematch against Ogilvy in the subsection championship, which would be the section semifinal to get to the championship game against someone from the West, which would be very interesting. But, again, Ogilvie and Braham, I feel like those two teams are going to go a long ways. But it is the playoffs, so you just never know. Our pregame warm-ups have concluded. We're about to get our national anthem sung and our starting lineups announced. So when we come back after our commercial break, we'll hear a word from those fine stars. But when we come back, we'll have tip-off ready for you here on Nice 95.5 KBEK.
Arrowhead Transit plays a pivotal role in bolstering the communities it serves. By providing accessible and reliable transportation, they ensure essential travel for work, education, and healthcare. Arrowhead Transit is customer-centric, continuously evolving to meet the needs of the community with initiatives like community outreach programs, job fairs, and educational workshops and more. Arrowhead Transit is more than just a transportation service. It is a vital part of the communities it supports. Your connection, your community. Arrowhead Transit, your ride.
Untangling your headphones, finding the right remote, saying goodbye to your favorite shirt that hasn't fit in 10 years. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who live in your community and answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like finding a new favorite shirt. That's simple human sense.
Contact your local Auto Owners Agency, Pine Insurance Agency at pineagency.us today.
Free college is possible at Pine Technical and Community College. Students of all ages may be eligible for a tuition and fee-free pathway to education thanks to the new North Star Promise Scholarship. If you're a resident of Minnesota and have a family-adjusted gross income of $80,000 or less, apply online today for free and join us in high-demand programs such as nursing, gunsmithing, machining, automated systems, cybersecurity, early childhood education, liberal arts, and more. Whether you're starting out or starting over, learn more at pine.edu.
The saga continues. We now know with certainty that Kidney Stone will return for Season 5, Part 2, its final episodes, in November 2024. The same love story.
No one messes with my girl.
Oh, Bip, I love you.
Trying to save the ranch.
It's got the best pole shed in Kanabec County.
And of course,
this week, grab your tickets to the new Wrangler Stampede Rodeo. 3 options to choose from. Or you're going to the train station.
Let's take them to the train station.
WCMPradio.com/deals. WCMPradio.com/deals. Save now, but wait to watch what used to be your favorite show and everybody was talking about it. Now it's kind of lost its momentum.
Back here on KBK, your starting lineups for the Braham Bombers, head coach by Zach Loy, will be number 1, Madison Davis, number 5, Aaron Zimpel, number 14, Morgan Rysdam, number 15, Olivia Hikus, and number 35, Nicole Duvernay. On the other side for the Mora Mustangs, who are head coached by Lance Dalby, it'll be number 13, Carla Quall, number 20, Lindsay Clevin, number 21, Abigail Kellish, 22, Addison Axtell, and 24, Amber Fix. The Braham Bombers, the away team here this evening, wearing their white away uniforms, the blue letters and numbers outlined in that Braham gold. The blue stripe down the side of the jersey and short with a little bit of almost an arrow, blue arrow at the end of the stripe. And at the top of the stripe, the blue trim on the neck, on the bottom of the shorts as well. The Mora Mustangs will wear their blue home uniforms, the white letters and numbers, no outline. The lone white stripe down the side of the jersey in short, white trim on the shoulders, neck, and bottom of the short, the black waistband for the Mora Mustangs. And we are just about set for tip-off here on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Embrace Orthodontics, 3 locations, Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge. Find out more at embracemn.com. Good intro music here as we have Clevin and Rysdam at center court for tip. It's won by Olivia Hikus. She'll stand at half court and deliver it underneath the basket. And in for 2 from Aaron Zimpel. And the Bombers are on the board first. A quick bucket there for the Bombers. And now the Mustangs have it. It's Addison Axtell. She deals on the far side to Amber Fix. It goes just over her head. And it will go back to the Bombers. So a turnover there by the Mustangs. We'll give it back to the Bombers. Bombers have it once again. And that's going to roll and be tipped. And, Mole stolen away by the Mustangs. I don't think either team knew it was tipped. And then finally, the Mustangs' Kellish ran after it after she found out that it was knocked out of bounds by the Mustangs. I got a little confused myself, and the referees had to have a conversation about something, but Bombers do have it once again. They'll inbound it, and this pass on the far side to Zimpel from Davis, now to Duvernay, now over to Hikas, back to Zimpel, trying to go back over to Madison Davis. Davis on the near side for Zimpel. Zimpel trying to go inside to Hikas. It gets through a couple of hands of Mora Mustangs, over to Davis for three. That's going to come up well short, and a rebound there by Carla Quall. Now taking it the other way are the Mustangs. With it is Fix. Fix in some trouble. She gives it off to Kellish. Kellish from three left alone. Off the front of the rim, no good. It falls in the hands of Nicole Duvernay. And she'll take it the other way now with the Mustangs. Davis inside, guarded well. Shot is up, no good. She grabs her own rebound, pulls it down, takes it on to the far side. Now to Zimpel. Zimpel on the near side to Rysdam. That's Morgan Rysdam. Now to Duvernay, underneath to Davis. Davis, the short two is no good, and it's rebounded by Amber Fix. Mustangs have it once again. Dish it off to Kellish. Now trying to get it back, and it's stolen away by Zimpel. Now over to Morgan Rysdam, who can't drop it in. So Zimpel with the steal. It's another turnover, and a rebound by Axtell. Now it's stolen away by Davis and dropped in for two by Aaron Zimpel. 3 turnovers already by the Mustangs, and it's 4-0 Braham. Fix with it, gives it to Clevin. Now on the near side to Quall. That is tipped once again, stolen away, this time by Rysdam. Inside to Duvernay. Duvernay can't drop it in for two. Rebounded by Olivia Hikas. To Zimpel now on the near side for Hikas. It's no good. Rebounded there by Abigail Kellish of the Mustangs. Up the court they go. Axtell has it. Axtell driving inside. Ball is on the floor, up for grabs, and it's going to be stolen away by Madison Davis. Yet another turnover here by the Mustangs. That is 4 already. Inside pass to Hikas is no good. The shot was up and missed, and it's going to be rebounded there by a member of the Mustangs. That's Kellish. Kellish takes it midcourt, gives it off to Axtell. Axtell looking. She'll dish far side to Fix. Fix looking, trying to set up the offensive play, gives it to Kellish. Kellish on the near side, gives it off to Axtell. Axtell looking top of the key now to Clevin. Clevin for three. It comes up short, and now drops into the hands of Kellish for the rebound. And this one nearly stolen away. It'll be knocked out of bounds by a member of the white and blue, and it will go back to Braham. Excuse me, blue and white is who knocked it out, not blue, white and blue, blue and white, so the Mustangs knock it out. It's 4-0, Braham with the lead. Zimpel has it on the near side to Morgan Rysdam, now to Davis on the near side. Going all the way across the court to Zimpel. Zimpel tries to drive inside. Good defense there, though, by Clevin. Now over to Madison Davis for three. That's no good, and it bounces through a couple hands, but rebounded that time by Kellish. And Kellish will get it back for the Mustangs. Bringing it up the court is now Amber Fix. Fix slips. And as she slips, head coach Lance Dalby is going to call a timeout, a very smartly placed timeout there as Fix was falling to the floor. And right as she was going to get called for the travel, head coach Dalby called that timeout just in time. That'll give us a chance to look at that Embrace Orthodontic scoreboard. Their doctors are committed to providing world-class orthodontic care in a friendly and comfortable atmosphere. Find out more at embracemn.com. 30-second variety timeout. 4-0. The Bombers with the lead. All 4 points being scored by Aaron Zimpel. I believe we'll get a substitution out of the timeout for the Mustangs. If I'm looking correctly, it should be Megan Sperling. Looks like the original 5 out for the Bombers. And yes, we will get Megan Sperling into the game for the Mustangs. They do have it. Holding on to it, Addison Axtell will start from the backcourt, give it off to Sperling, and now it's stolen away by Madison Davis once again. That's third steal for her. Giving it off on the far side to Zimpel. Zimpel drives in, backs it out to Morgan Rysdam, now to Duvernay. Duvernay back to Rysdam. Rysdam dishes it off far side to Zimpel now on the near side for Madison Davis from 3. That's off the mark. And grabbing the rebound will be Zimpel. Now over here to Davis. Davis drives, gives it off to Rysdam. On the far side now to Zimpel. Zimpel pulls down the 3, drives inside, gives it off to Davis. And Davis, that one will stay with Braham as it was touched by a member of the Mustangs. Now checking in for the Bombers is going to be number 32, Quincy Osmus. Morgan Rysdam gets the inbound, now back to Davis. Davis inside to Hikis. Hikis gets the ball. No, it's going to be tied up. And the possession arrow favoring the Mustangs. So Mustangs get it back. Addison Axtell will get it inbounded to her. Give it off to Fix now. Fix will bring it up the court, slows things down at the M logo. She looks, she just is inside. Beautiful pass there to Megan Sperling, but she can't get it to fall. It rolls off the rim, and now we're going to get a jump ball call, and the ball will go back the other way, as that's which way the possession arrow faces now with the Bombers. Perfect play call there, and a beautiful pass from Axtell to Sperling, but just could not get the friendly roll, and it goes back to Braham. Zimpel dishes inside to Hikis, trying to get it to Davis, but it's stolen away by Megan Sperling. Ball goes inside, and it's going to be stolen away by Duvernay this time. She'll take it the other way. Now dishing on the far near side to Hikis. Going inside, Duvernay. Duvernay has it knocked out by Fix. Fix will get credited there for a block. Checking in for the Bombers is 23 and 4. And 4 would be Emily Davis. 23, of course, is Alex Rysdam. Ball was knocked out, but by a member of the Mustangs. Inbound goes to Morgan Rysdam, and then a bucket there from Duvernay underneath. And she drops it in for 2 to make it 6-0 for the Braham Bombers. Axtell gets the pass there from Osmus. Now Fix underneath the basket, back to, that's Axtell. Axtell going to get a jump ball, and I believe the possession arrow is pointing the way of the Mustangs. It is. So they hold on to it. Trying to drive inside, get underneath the basket, get some more easy, higher percentage shots to go. They trail by 6-0. Pass there to Oslin, now inside to Quincy Osmus. Now Amber Fix from the free throw line. It was tipped by Zimpel and taken away by the Bombers. Now drifting to the far side, Emily Davis. Gets the pass to Aaron Zimpel in the far side corner for 3. Hits the top of the backboard. That is out of bounds, so the ball will go back to the Mustangs. Inbound to Fix. Fix looks, sees nothing she wants, and takes it up the court herself. Now drifting on the near side. She's got a little bit of a lane, but the door is shut by the Bombers. Now gives off to Sperling. Sperling goes far side, but it's easily stolen away by Alex Rysdam. Rysdam will take it the other way, and she'll give it off to Morgan Rysdam. Now back to Emily Davis. Now to Duvernay on near side here for Morgan Rysdam. Shot is up, no good from 3. Amber Fix going to pull in the rebound. And taking it back the other way are the Mustangs. Amber Fix gives it to Axtell. Axtell standing at the M logo. Will give it off to Osmus. Osmus, she looks, wants to go inside. Finds that lane, but Duvernay with the hand there to knock that one away. And Zimpel takes it, left alone for 3 on the near side, and it's good. Aaron Zimpel drops it in for 3 to make it 9-0. Add another turnover to the Mustangs side. They're getting up there in numbers, looks like about 8 right now. So not ideal for the Mustangs as Osmus has it. She dishes it underneath to Amber Fix. She gets the bucket to fall, plus the and one. Our first foul of the game comes 7 minutes into the half. It took a while to get us our first foul, but there it comes. Checking in for the first time here tonight for the Braham Bombers will be number 2, Avery Schockman. And that foul, don't know who it was against, but Fix gets the 3-point play. Good job there by Amber Fix to make it 9-3 now. And back the other way, go the Bombers. Bombers have it. It's Emily Davis with it. Drifts to the top of the key at the M logo, gives it off to Madison Davis. Madison Davis drifts to the near side, now far side, gives it off to Schockman. Schockman over to Emily Davis, trying to go inside to Alex Rysdam, and she could not hold on to it, so that will be a turnover for the Bombers. And the ball will go back to the Mustangs. Bombers tie it up. Amber Fix and Avery Schockman tie it up, so the ball will go back to the Bombers. Now checking in for the Bombers, 15, Emma Axtell. Pass inside, and Olivia Heikes will get the basket to fall for 2. Make it 11-3. Here come the Bombers, though. And that pass was tipped, knocked out of bounds. They're going to say last touch by the Mustangs. Alex Rysdam was there, as was Tegan Oslin. They're going to say Oslin got the last hand on it, so it will go back to the Bombers. Madison Davis gives it off on the near side to Emily Davis. Now Madison Davis, a short, long 2 is good to make it 13-3. Back to a 10-point lead. That pass over on the far side to Tegan Oslin. And again, they're going to say Tegan Oslin was the last to touch it. I don't know. I thought maybe Braham was, but it will be out of bounds, and it will be back to Braham on another turnover there for the Mustangs. They're now at 10, double digits. Emily Davis gives it inside. Shot is no good. Rebounded there by Heikes. She gives it back to Schockman. Now to Madison Davis, back to Schockman. Schockman will go on the far side to Emily Davis. Bounce pass inside to Rysdam. The shot is up and no good. Rebounded by Emma Axtell for the Mustangs. She'll take it up on the far side, then gives it off to Addison Axtell. They're going to get a travel call there on Addison Axtell. Another turnover. And checking in, Abigail Kellish for the Stangs. As we do see the ball go back to Braham. 13-3 is the score on that Embrace Orthodontic scoreboard. They'll leave you with a smile you'll embrace forever. Rysdam gives it inside to Madison Davis, who pops it in for 2, 15-3. Full court pressure here shown by Braham, and Mora has not had a way around it as of yet. And it looks like they're going to get a foul here on Braham. On Kellish, not on Kellish, but that's who forced the foul. And looks like it will be against Madison Davis, her first, team second. So here come the Mustangs. Kellish gives it off to Axtell. Axtell on the near side to Sperling. Sperling goes into Osmus. Osmus just outside the paint trying to drive inside on Duvernay. Duvernay, that's a tough matchup. Duvernay is a very good defensive player. Back to Kellish, now to Sperling. Sperling over to Axtell. Axtell, that's Addison Axtell to Quincy Osmus. Looking. Osmus gives it off now to Kellish. Kellish from 3. That's just off the front of the rim. Kellish is going to get her own rebound. Kellish trying to go inside, and they're going to get a foul. Another foul here on the Bombers. That'll be their third. That's going to go on Nicole Duvernay. Her first and the team's third. Mustangs get to inbound it once again. They'll give it off to Addison Axtell. She wanted that quick shot but wasn't able to get it. Now we're going to get a travel call again on the Mustangs. And they'll have to give it back. Pass inside, trying to go to Heikes. She manages to keep it alive, gives it off to Duvernay. Duvernay from the free throw line, can't get it to fall, and it falls into the hands of Megan Sperling for the Mustangs. Now up the court quickly to Osmus. On the far side, dish to Kellish. Now to Amber Fix, top of the key. Addison Axtell stands on the near side. She'll give it back, top of the key to Kellish. Kellish looking. Now gives it to Osmus. Osmus has the tough job of trying to get around Duvernay, and that shot was blocked by Madison Davis. So Duvernay may not have gotten the block, but she certainly helped force it, and Madison Davis will get credit for that block. Pass, and now Kellish gets a steal. Kellish will get a turnover, and then driving inside, she has it. Oh, they're going to get a foul call here on the Bombers, and standing with a absolute stunned look on her face is Avery Schockman, and I would have to agree. I don't know if that's a foul. That looked like a pretty clean steal. She's going to get called for the foul. Her first, team's fourth, and the ball stays with Mora. Inbounding is Kellish to Fix. Oh, and Fix was expecting Kellish to slash a little bit closer towards the elbow, and she kind of stopped, thinking the ball is coming to her. And so it will be another turnover here by the Mustangs. It's getting up there in the double digits now, a little bit high. 30-second timeout called here by Braham. They'll get the timeout called. They'll be left with 4, as will both teams, actually. 15-3 is the score with the Mustangs with the the Bombers with the advantage on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Your Customized Smile journey starts with a free consultation. The team at Embrace wants to make your journey as seamless and convenient as possible. Custom Life Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners. You can find out more at embracemn.com. That's EMBRACEMN.com. So back out of the timeout. Bombers are ready, but they get to inbound in the backcourt. It'll be Morgan Rysdam to Madison Davis. And Davis will start with it up the court. She gives it off now on the near side to Zimpel. Duvernay inside to Hikus, and she drops it in for 2. 17-3 with under 7.5 to go. Addison Axtell drives inside, got a good drive, then could not get it to fall, and it's rebounded by Morgan Rysdam for the Bombers. She brings it up the court quickly, going inside to Madison Davis. Davis gives it across to Zimpel, now to Duvernay. Duvernay from 3, good! Nicole Duvernay drops it in for 3 to make it 20-3. Addison Axtell brings it up the court, gives it off to Sperling. Sperling inside, gives it off to Kellish. Maybe one too many passes, but Kellish back out to the perimeter, now to Fix, now to Osmus. Osmus, she wants to go inside, instead gives it off on the far side to Addison Axtell. Addison Axtell going to drive inside, puts up a shot, it drops through. Good looking play there for the Mustangs to make it 20-5. But now here come the Bombers once again. Their offense has kind of gotten hot as of late. Good passing. Gives it inside to Duvernay. She'll give it back out to Zimpel from 3. And that's going to be off the mark. Rebound gets to Hikus, and she drops it in for 2. So Hikus with the rebound, and the putback for 2. 22-5 is the score. Under 7 minutes to go now. Here come the Mustangs the other way. Their offense has kind of heated up a little bit here. They would like to get, again, more of those high percentage shots off and try to get closer into that paint is where they've been wanting to get these shots off from. Fix will dish it back to Kellish. Kellish on the near side looking. Top of the key now to Addison Axtell. Thought about 3, pulls it down, gives it to Fix. Fix will look back to Osmus now. Osmus over to Sperling. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Fix with 3, with 2, with 1. And one too many passes is going to lead to yet another turnover. And we'll give it back to Braham. Yeah. Unfortunately, again, it hasn't happened a lot this season, but you got to be sure of that shot clock. A long 2 there from Morgan Rysdam. She's going to get her own rebound. She dishes it back to Hikus. A long 2 is no good, and it's rebounded by Addison Axtell of the Mustangs. Back the other way comes Axtell. She's trying to drive inside. Got a good look. Sperling wasn't ready for the pass. Kept it alive. Gives it back to Osmus. Osmus thought about 3. Had Duvernay right in her face, so she pulls it down. Now to Fix. Fix from the top of the key for 3 is good. Amber Fix drops in a 3 to make it 22-8. Still in favor of Braham, though. Morgan Rysdam tries to dish it off to Hikus. It's poked out, but Rysdam gets it back now to Zimpel on the far side for Madison Davis from 3, and she is clutch from 3. Madison Davis makes it 25-8. Again, full court pressure here being shown by Braham. Inbound to Fix, now back to Osmus. 25-8 is our score. And nearing 4.5 minutes to go. Poked by the Bombers, and they're going to get that 10-second violation. You have 10 seconds to get it from the backcourt into the front, and Mustangs were not able to do that. And that was all thanks to the tipped pass by the Bombers. Just as good as a turnover. Couple substitutions in here for the Mustangs, and the Bombers will get set. They're going to say it's 25-9. I don't know about that. Meanwhile, we got a turnover here. It's Lindsey Clevin who gets the steal for the Mustangs. Tegan Oslin has it on the far side now to Fix. Now on the near side to Qual. Qual looking, goes back to Tegan Oslin. Oslin driving inside, puts up a shot, can't get it to fall, but she's fouled, and she'll go to the line and shoot 2. That is going to go against Morgan Rysdam, her second, team's 5th. And Tegan Oslin at the line to shoot 2. First one's up and going to come well short. Schockman checks in. And Elia Kastenbauer checks in for the Mustangs. Second one up there is no good. A race for the rebound is going to be taken by the Bombers, Avery Schockman. 0 for 2 on that chance from Oslin. Shot up here, no good. Rebounded by Madison Davis. And we get a foul, the first one on the Mustangs. It'll be their team's first and the first for Amber Fix. Just being inbound here for the Bombers. Davis inbound to Zimpel for 3. That's off the front of the rim and an easy rebound that time for Lindsey Clevin. She gives it off to Fix. Fix quickly up the court. She has a lane if she wants it. Drives inside, tries to draw the block call, but she's going to get called for the charge. And after picking up her first, she picks up a quick second. Ball goes back to Braham. 25-8 they lead with 3:55 left in the first half. On that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard, they'll do all the insurance heavy lifting for you. If you don't have insurance, ask about financing options. They'll find a plan to fit your budget at embracemn.com. Schockman with it. She'll give it back to Madison Davis. Davis back to Schockman. Schockman left open from 3. It's a long 3, but she's got the range. It's just off the mark. And it was rebounded there by Alex Rysdam. She couldn't get it to drop, but she was fouled, and she'll go to the line and shoot 2. This will be the quickest third-team foul for the Mustangs. Not ideal. They were, 14 minutes into this one without a foul, but then got a quick 3 fouls in the last minute. So not ideal. Alex Rysdam no good on the first. And not ideal to go 14 minutes without a foul and then pick up 3 in a matter of a minute if you're Mora. That's unfortunate. Alex Rysdam drops in the second one to make it 26-8. Mustangs will inbound. Qual looks, so you give it back to Clevin. Clevin looking. Wants to go, and instead she'll give it to Axel. Wanted Oslin, but had to give it to Axel. It's going to be stolen away. And a blind pass into Madison Davis, who somehow got that ball to drop through. I don't know how. She got plenty of friendly bounces that time. Makes it 28-8, and then this pass is going to be out of bounds. Knocked out by the Bombers, creating all sorts of havoc for the Mustangs, trying to get up the court. Give it inside to Axel. Axel trying to get up the court, but she's guarded well. Now she gives it to Clevin. Clevin looking. She'll give it off near side to Qual. Qual wanted 3, instead gives it off to Kastenbauer. Kastenbauer, she looks, she'll drift towards the top of the key. Picks up her dribble, tried to give it to Clevin, and it's stolen away once again by Emily Davis. Shot is up, no good. Getting the rebound is Erin Zimpel, but she's fouled. That foul going to go against Tegan Oslin. And 2 for Erin Zimpel now. So 4 fouls in the last minute and a half, 2 minutes for the Mustangs. And again, they started the half 14 minutes without one. First one is up and good by Zimpel. And that one will rattle home as well. to make it 30-8. Again, all sorts of havoc for the Mustangs trying to get it up the court. Qual has it stolen away by Madison Davis. That's yet another turnover from the Mustangs as the Bombers have it back. This one going to be knocked out of bounds by Kastenbauer as Avery Schachman was looking to get it off to her teammate, Aaron Zimpel. Heikes and Duvernay check in for Madison Davis and Aaron Zimpel. They've got a good rotation. Only about, 8 players in rotation? But it's a good 8. Pass trying to go inside, I think to Duvernay, but it was tipped. Heikes wound up getting it. And then the jump ball is going to stay with the Bombers, as that's which way the possession arrow faces. Schachman will get set to inbound. She'll look, give it off to Duvernay. Duvernay gives it back to Schachman. Schachman wanted to drive to her right, but traveled with it, so that will give the ball back to the Mustangs. 30-8 is our score. Braham with the lead with 2:15 left in this first half. Here comes Fix. Fix finally getting somewhere up the court, gives it off to Qual. Qual on the near side, looks for Oslin. It's just above her reach, and it goes back to Braham on yet another turnover. So the turnovers have been a big problem for the Mustangs. Braham has had their fair share of 5, so it's not that many, but they would certainly like to cut it down. And, we're going to get a jump ball, but Mustangs will hold on to it anyways. Heike has had it ripped away by Clevin. Thought they were going to get a steal, but they called jump ball first. So back to full court pressure here from Braham. Well, they lay off it. And coming back the other way are the Mustangs. With it on the far side is Kellish. Kellish looking. She'll give it back to Clevin. Clevin on the elbow, drives inside, trying to find her way around Duvernay. Gives it back to Qual. Qual on the near side for Sperling. Now to Kellish. Now to Axtell. Addison. Axtell drives inside. And she went up for the shot and unfortunately traveled because she realized that double team was there and she was not going to get a shot off above Duvernay. And Duvernay, again, just always in the right place. She is such a good defender. And now we got a foul. Oh, a late foul call there on Emily Davis. It's going to be their team 6. That came well after the play, well after the ball was with the Bombers again. Very interesting. So the Mustangs do have it back. Qual for 3 is going to be no good, and Duvernay will get the rebound. Back come the Bombers the other way. Under a minute and a half. Schachman gets the pass. She looks, gives it back over to Emily Davis, and it's going to be stolen away by Carla Qual. So the Mustangs go back the other way. With it is Qual. She'll give it back now to Kellish. Kellish, Stan Southkey gives it off to Clevin. Clevin thought about 3, wanted to go inside to Axtell, but she was guarded well. Now gives it over to Kellish, now to Qual. Qual at the top of the key. Gets a little bit of a screen, now gives off to Kellish on the far side. Under 10 seconds on the shot clock, and it's going to be well short on Clevin's shot, and it's going to be rebounded there by Alex Rysdam. A 3-ball here for Emily Davis is no good. Rebounded there by Abigail Kellish. Axtell gives it off on the far side to Sperling, and that's going to be knocked out by a member of the Bombers. Substitution here for the Bombers. Madison Davis and Zimpel check back in for Alex Rysdam and Avery Schachman. Mustangs got to get it in 5 seconds. And the early time was up. They did inbound to Sperling, and her shot is no good, rebounded by Aaron Zimpel. Under 30 seconds to go. Madison Davis with it. She drifts underneath the basket, gives it off far side. Left alone for a long 2, and rattles it home, does Emily Davis, to make it 32-8. And now we've got a member of the Mustangs down. And that could possibly be Clevin. It is. Clevin is able to work back to her feet under her own power. She's in some discomfort, though. Looks like she is limping a little bit, and she's able to get off under her own power, which is good news. Never want to see anybody hurt. Thankfully, she's able to get off on her own power. So the Mustangs will have one last shot here before half. Starts with Kellish dishing it to Osmus. Now inside to Axtell. Perfect play. Drawn up. Blocked again. This time by Madison Davis. And that will do it here for the first half of play. The Bombers lead the Mora Mustangs here at halftime, 32-8. So with the score at half, the Bombers with the large lead. We'll take a look at that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. The team at Embrace believes the results of a remarkable orthodontic experience should last a lifetime. They'll keep your smile transformation where it needs to be with a lifelong retention program at EmbraceMN.com. We'll take a commercial break, hear word from some of our fine sponsors. We'll come back and recap the first half of action. And we'll talk about the keys of the second half as well. You're listening to Girls Basketball on Nice 95.5 KBEK.
Are you looking for a position where your role impacts the community around you? Then look no further than Burnett Dairy Cooperative in Grantsburg, Wisconsin. Owned by the farmers in your community, Burnett Dairy offers numerous career options with various responsibilities and growth opportunities. Positions such as CDL drivers, who work closely with our farmers, cheese production, creating award-winning cheeses, and retail store clerks making someone's day better. Visit BurnettDairy.com and click on Careers to join our herd.
All right, settle down. Let's call the meeting of people that complain about everything all the time and never do anything about it to order. Any complaints?
Yeah, my heating bill's too high.
Oh, yeah? Well, Bobby just bought an outdoor furnace from Central Boiler, and he eliminated his heating bill.
What about the hot water?
He eliminated that heating bill, too.
What about his shop?
He heats that, too.
I have no more complaints.
I think Central Boiler offers a solution to our complaints.
Save money on your cooling and heating bills. Visit NorthlandBoilerSales.com, your local Central Boiler sales dealer.
A duo that is perfect together. That's Dale's Heating and Appliance and Lennox. Dale's is your local Lennox dealer that's committed to making your family's comfort their top priority. With a wide assortment of options, Dale's will ensure your home's air is top quality. Call Dale's today or visit them at dalesheatingandappliance.com and ask how you can save on your next AC unit. Lennox and Dale's, the perfect duo. Dealer number E06356.
Experience our most popular sawmill, the Big Red XP. This Canadian-built mill proudly sits on an entirely welded 24-foot jointless frame. Accepting a diameter of 32 inches, this portable sawmill can saw logs up to 21 feet long or work with two 10-foot logs at the same time. Includes an electric head position and automatic headlock. Powered by the renowned and proven Honda 20-horsepower version, the Big Red XP comes equipped with all the equipment needed. The Big Red XP is available only at Stan's Equipment Center in Pine City.
Wellia Health is here to keep you feeling your best so you can enjoy all the things you love best. You can count on us for your eye exams, mental health services, rehabilitation, wellness exams, urgent care, and much more. At Wellia Health, our goal is to help you live life well. Let Wellia Health help you get back to your best. Give us a call today to set up an appointment. 320-679-1313. WelliaHealth.org.
Your journey to smile with your forever starts at Embrace Orthodontics. The team at Embrace is committed to providing world-class care and a remarkable orthodontic experience. Choose between custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners with locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge, and a plan to fit your budget, whether you have insurance or not. Embrace Orthodontics will make your smile journey comfortable, convenient, and customized just for you. Visit EmbraceMN.com today to find out how to set up your free exam. EmbraceMN.com. Embrace Orthodontics, a smile you will embrace forever.
AOML. BRB. B4N.
Period 02.
BF.
143.
AAK.
1 a.m.
Apostrophe S apostrophe.
These are two teenage girls texting each other, and we have no idea what they're saying either. Maybe the WCMP deals guy can translate.
This week, grab $10 tickets to the Duluth Sports Show. Grilling seminars from Mad Dog and Merrill. Dexter the dog that learned to walk like a human, and more. Only $10.
No, I don't think that's what they were saying at all. But find these and other great deals at WCMPradio.com/deals. WCMPradio.com/deals. OMG, TTYL. money sign, heart emoji.
Everyone knows there are great places to play in northwestern Wisconsin, but did you know there are great places to work? Burnett Dairy Cooperative is just outside of Grantsburg, Wisconsin, and offers numerous career options with a wide variety of responsibilities, schedules, and growth opportunities. Some positions may include CDL driver, cheese production, and seasonal workers. Burnett Dairy Cooperative has competitive wages, 401k, profit sharing, and many other great benefits. Be part of our herd. Visit BurnettDairy.com and click on Careers.
Back here on KBEK, nice 95.5 FM. Ethan Game Day Gilman with you, and here after half number one, it was lopsided. It looked like it was going to be close there for a good chunk of that first half, but then late in that half, Braham just kind of caught heat and continued to win. I apologize. There's a little boy out there trying to shoot the ball, and oh my goodness, he's probably maybe 2 feet tall, and it is just the cutest thing. You probably see him running on the right side of your screen, and it's so cute. Oh my goodness, he is the star of the show. Listen, I have 2 boys, and they're cute in their own right. Yes, absolutely, but they're not that little and cute anymore. They're not. They're big and mean now. They're 6 and about to be 4, and they're meanie heads. So if I see a little cutie like that, I'm gonna gush over it. So I apologize. You get me gushing here. A rare opportunity where you hear me gush over something like that. But I'll try to get back on topic now. The Bombers kind of took over there as their offense really started to get hot late in that half, and their offense kind of exploded the way the points started to come, and they did a really, really good job late in that half with scoring. Leading the way for them was both Madison Davis and Aaron Zimpel with 9, 6 for Olivia Heikes, 5 for Nicole Duvernay, 2 for Emily Davis, and 1 for Alex Rysdam by way of a free throw. They were 3 of 4 from the charity stripe in that first half, 75%, pretty darn good. They had 11 steals in that first half, 3 blocks, and 16 fouls. The last one was a little bit questionable, but 16 fouls nonetheless. Again, we want to thank the referees because without them, well, we wouldn't be able to be here to even have a game happen. So appreciate the referees and all that they do. On the other side, well, I should mention before we go to the other side, turnovers, 6 of them for Braham. Again, not a ton, and that's pretty, I feel like, average. I think teams want to stick around that 12, 14 average. They're doing pretty good. So 6 in that first half for the Braham Bombers. On the other side, for the Mora Mustangs, in the first half, leading the way for them, Amber Fix with 6, and then Addison Axtell with 2. They were led in rebounds by Abigail Kellish with 6. They were 1 of 3 from the free throw line. They had 4 steals, 1 block, and 4 team fouls. Now, again, they went 14 minutes through that first half without a foul. They picked up 4 in a matter, well, they picked up 3 of them in a matter of about a minute. And then they picked up their 4th in the next minute and a half. So, unfortunately, I'm going to pan it over to that little guy. He is so cute. Unfortunately, for the Mustangs, it was the turnovers. They had 18 in that first half. 18. That is going to be a big key for them here in this second half. That is going to be something that they look at come the second half, and that'll be something they want to change. I mean, 18 turnovers is not ideal. A lot of them came by way of travel. A few were due to just overthrowing the intended target on a pass. And then, of course, 11 of them came on a steal from the Bombers. So 11 by steal, I would say, with the 18 turnovers, there's 7. I'd say 3 were passes that went over and 4 were travels, if I had to even it out. I'd say that's the way it went because if I remember correctly, there were only 3 passes that went over the heads and then about 4 travels. So it's unfortunate for the Mustangs because that'll be something they really have to take a look at and closely and try and really quickly fix. Otherwise, this will get even more out of hand. But for the Mustangs, they kept it close for about the first 8-9 minutes. We went 7 minutes without our first foul. So it was a pretty clean first half. 10 fouls between the two teams, not bad. But for the Mustangs, they'll look to clean up the turnovers, 18 of them in the first half. They'll look to cut down on that and turn that around and hold themselves to under 10 here in the second half. I think that would be a good goal, is to hold yourself under 10 team turnovers in the second half. It might be a lofty goal just because of the defense that Braham is playing, but I think it's something that they're going to try and do here in the second half. Try and keep that turnover margin under 10 in half number 2, I think would be a good goal for the Mustangs. Also, continue to try and get those high percentage shots. Continue to try and work it into the paint and underneath the basket. Try and get those shots. It's been unfortunate because they haven't been able to work inside. The Bombers have done such a good job of the full court pressure. The Mustangs have not been able to get around the full court pressure. Then number 2, they have not allowed the Mustangs to drive inside underneath the basket like they've wanted to. That's where the Mustangs want to go. That's where they want to be, is underneath the basket. That's where they want to live in this game. They want to be underneath the basket, getting those high percentage shots. They just haven't been able to here in this one because of the Bomber defense. But they're looking to change that here in half number 2, trying to find some more avenues through the teeth of the Braham defense and try and find a shot that will fall in those high percentage ranges in the paint. But again, even when they have been able to find themselves into the paint, Braham has just done a good job because Duvernay, I can't tell you how much she is just so good at setting up in the right position. She's always in the right spot. And teams just can't get around her because she puts herself in such perfect position defensively that whether you try and shoot it over her or pass it around her, you just can't. She does such a good job. Underway here, Braham will start with it. And now over to Zimpel in the near corner to Hikus. Now back to Zimpel. Zimpel trying to go underneath the basket. It's going to be stolen away here by Abigail Kellish. So that's good for the Mustangs. Get an early steal. Now try and go score. And Kellish going to take the distance, but there's Duvernay with a block. I talked about her being in the right spot at every moment, and there it was. She showed it. Again, Kellish trying to drive inside, but Duvernay just kind of lulled in the paint, and then right as soon as she put up that shot, she stepped out, got her hand over it for the block. I mean, just in the perfect spot. Kellish will look for the 3. It's just off the mark, and Duvernay with a rebound. The announcer's jinx not coming into play. I thought maybe with the compliments we'd see announcer's jinx, but hey, the jinx is over. The jinx is over. Pass there on the far side to Davis, and now the pass inside going to be stolen away again by Abigail Kellish. So 2 turnovers here for Braham to begin this second half. Less than ideal. That's Clevin who gives it off to Axtell. Axtell, will the shot count? Yes, it will. Madison Davis will be the guilty Bomber. And Addison Axtell now for the possible 3-point play. And she sinks it. So Addison Axtell gets the 3-point play and makes it 32-11. So far so good here for the Mustangs. Holding Braham off the board, getting, 2 turnovers to start the second half. Hikus inside to Duvernay, top of the key. Davis for 3, it's good. Can't leave her alone out there. She delivers to make it 35-11. Good passing there by the Bombers. Hikus with the assist. Kellish trying to give it inside to Fix. It's going to be stolen away by Alex Rysdam. So that'll be the first turnover on the Bombers here in half number 2. Zimpel now in the near corner to Hikus for 3. That rolls off the rim. And Quall grabbed it. No, it's going to be last touch out of bounds by Madison Davis. So the ball goes back to Mora. Lindsay Clevin will get set to inbound. For a second, it looked like she might be replaced, but dangerous pass inside to Axtell. She was double-teamed, and they're going to get a foul here on Duvernay, unfortunately. Well, no, nothing malicious by it, but she came in a little hard and got the bump, and they're going to give the foul to her. That'll be the team's second here in half number 2, and her second as well. Again, nothing malicious by it. She was just trying to get a steal. But because of the bump, it was hard enough to call a foul. Up the court now, the Mustangs have it. Fix looking. She'll give it back to Quall. Quall looks. She'll give it near side to Kellish. Kellish dealing with Hikus. Hikus got that length, but Kellish drives inside, gives it baseline to Quall. Quall from outside. No good. And nearly rebounded by Clevin, but it's going to be taken by Madison Davis. Braham has it. Now to Alex Rysdam. She was held, but They didn't catch it. Davis will give it across the court to Zimpel. Zimpel now driving inside, backs it out to Madison Davis on the far side elbow for three. Madison Davis drops in another three. Again, Davis and Zimpel both have 1,000 points in their career now. They both got in the same game against East Central. Stolen away there by Madison Davis. So another steal for the Mustangs, or the Bombers, excuse me. And then we get a foul here on Amber Fix, her third. And to the line for two is Olivia Hikus. This will be her first chance at the free throw line. The first one is up and good. 39-11. And Hikus drops them both in. 2 for 2 there from Olivia Hikus to make it 40-11. Braham in the lead. Clevin has a clear lane up the court, and that ball is tipped and stolen away by Alex Rysdam. She'll take it all the way. The shot is up, no good. Olivia Hikus with the rebound and the putback for two. Here come the Mustangs. Addison Axtell gives it up the court on the far side to Qual. Now over to Kellish. Kellish lost it. She picks it back up at the M logo. Drifting to the near side. She passes it to Clevin. Clevin at the free throw line, looking, spinning around, looking. She gives it to Fix on the near side. Fix will go far side to Axtell. Axtell thought about three. She will get the three off. It's just long. And rebounded there by Nicole Duvernay. Back up the court. Zimpel inside underneath the basket. Madison Davis drops it in for two. 42-11, so that good start for the Mustangs quickly goes by the wayside as the Bombers step it up on defense and continue to grab a bunch of rebounds and just not allow the Mustangs any open shots. Axtell gets the pass now. She gives off to Kellish, now to Qual on the far side for Fix. Fix, a three, no good. And Hikus going to grab the rebound for the Bombers. She'll give it off to Madison Davis. Davis all the way up the court to Zimpel on the far side. It was tipped, but Zimpel pulls it in. Now Duvernay from three, just short. But Alex Rysdam with the rebound to Hikus. It's no good. And rebounded there by Amber Fix. Oh, what a rebound there by Alex Rysdam. Talk about effort. Qual looks at the basket from three. It's going to be no good. And Duvernay with another rebound. She'll give it up to Madison Davis on the near side for Alex Rysdam. Rysdam left alone. Short two is no good. Hikus another rebound, and she'll drop it in for two once again. Makes it 46-11. The Mustangs back the other way. Kellish off to Axtell. Now to Qual. Qual on the far side. Goes inside to Clevin. It's poked out and going to be stolen away by Zimpel. Zimpel up the court, gives it to Madison Davis inside. Tried to get it to Hikus, but it's knocked out by a member of the Stangs, and we'll get substitutions here on both sides. And Bombers will have it as it was knocked out by the Mustangs. Zimpel inbounds. To Emily Davis, giving it back to Madison Davis. Now to Hikus on the far side. Aaron Zimpel looking. Pulls it back down, gives it to Hikus. Hikus wanted to go back inside, instead gives it to Emily Davis. They'll go inside to Zimpel. Zimpel looking for the turnaround shot. It's no good. The underhand shot, no good. Hikus yet with another rebound. Madison Davis, no look past the Zimpel. On the far side, Morgan Rysdam for three. Morgan Rysdam drops in her first points of the evening, and it comes from long range. 49-11. Axtell gives it on the near side to Tegan Oslin. Back inside to Megan Sperling. As Sperling went up for two, she was fouled, and she'll go to the basket. To the free throw line, rather, and shoot two. I think they're going to get Madison Davis on that one. They are. It'll be her third. Team's third. 12:29 to go here in half number two on that Embrace Orthodontic scoreboard. They have three locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge. And the first one up by Sperling is good. 49-12. And that'll be her first point of the evening. And that one's good as well. So Sperling drops them both in to make it 49-13. And the Bombers have it back. They'll bring it up the court. Madison Davis gives it off. Morgan Rysdam Rysdam back to Davis. Davis looking, goes inside underneath to Zimpel. Now back outside to Morgan Rysdam. Open shot from 3 is no good, and Tegan Oslin will come up with the rebound for the Mustangs. She'll push it forward to Sperling. Sperling back over to Axtell. Axtell looking. She'll drift inside. Got a lane to the basket. Drops it up. No good. She gets her own rebound. Again, no good. It's knocked out of bounds by a member of the Bombers. So the Mustangs will hold on to it. It's going to be Emma Axtell who will inbound. She'll get it to Addison Axtell. Addison Axtell wanted a quick 3, but Madison Davis is right there. She lost it. It's up for grabs, but she manages to get it to Sperling. Now to Emma Axtell. Now on the far side for Osmus. Osmus pulls it down, trying to drive inside, pulls up her dribble, gives it back to Sperling. Sperling top the key, gives it off far side for 3. It's no good. It was off in time, but Madison Davis will grab the rebound. Up the court quickly. Now to Emily Davis. She looks to drive inside, gives it underneath to Rysdam. Now to Zimpel. Now back out to Emily Davis. Emily Davis has it near that timeline. And yeah, she's going to get a double dribble there. She picked it up and then dribbled, so a double dribble there. That is a turnover, so ball will go back to the Mustangs. Inbound here to Addison Axtell. 49-13. Bombers with the lead. Pass from Axtell to Quincy Osmus. Inside to Tegan Oslin, but it is stolen away by Morgan Rysdam. And that just kind of an ill-advised pass there for the Mustangs. Emily Davis to Madison, now to Morgan Rysdam, back over to Emily. Now to Erin Zimpel. Zimpel had it poked, but Emily Davis comes up with it. Now to Morgan Rysdam. She circles, gives it top of the key here to Schockman. Schockman gives it to Madison Davis. Davis now to Rysdam, and the shot there was no good twice by Emily Davis. She got her own rebound once, and now we're going to get, I believe, a jump ball, and the possession arrow favors the Mustangs. Checking in for the first time here tonight for the Mustangs is number 10, Elizabeth Gravich. And this ball going to be stolen away by the Bombers once again. Shot is up, no good. And they did get a rebound or not. We'll give it to Davis. And then we got a foul here on the Mustangs. And that'll go against Emma Axtell, her first and the team's second of this half. So yet another steal and turnover for the Mustangs. Davis gets the inbound, gives it to Morgan Rysdam. She looks, gives it to Schockman. Schockman top the key, gives it off Davis on the far side. That's Madison Davis. Now to Schockman. Schockman pulls it down, gives it to Zimpel. Zimpel gives it back out to Emily Davis. Emily drives. She found a lane, was left alone, and she takes to the basket, but was fouled. She'll go line and shoot 2. It'll be the third team foul now on Mora. That is going to go again on Emma Axtell. So at the line for 2 is Emily Davis, and she drops in the first one to make it 50-13 with 10-11 left in the game. And no good on the second one as Osmus will pull in the rebound for the Mustangs. Back the other way, Emma Axtell gives it to Megan Sperling. Her 3 will come up short. It's going to be rebounded there by Madison Davis. Davis will bring it up the court for the Bombers. She'll give it off to Schockman, now to Zimpel, now to Emily Davis, back to Madison. On the far side here for Schockman. Far side corner to Morgan Rysdam, and then this one will be knocked out of bounds by the Mustangs. Hikus and Duvernay will check in for Schockman and Emily Davis. Bombers will inbound. It's Rysdam to Madison Davis to Duvernay. Duvernay goes back to Davis. Now on the near side, Zimpel. Zimpel thought about 3, gives it back to Hikus. Hikus guarded well. She'll go inside to Zimpel. Zimpel inside to Davis. Shot is up, no good. Madison Davis going to grab her own rebound. A long shot from 3 is off the mark and picked up on the... So it should be a rebound there for Morgan Rysdam. That hit the rim. They're going to say no, it hit backboard. No, that's all right. Braham's up. They're winning. You can give Mora a chance with the ball. Emma Axtell has it absolutely ripped away by Morgan Rysdam. She says, give me that back. Takes it the distance and drops it in for 2. Make it 52-13. Mustangs have it, and nearly stolen away by Morgan Rysdam again. It's going to be stolen away by Olivia Heikus. Back the other way. Zimpel lets the defender go by and drops it in for 2. Another turnover here by the Mustangs. Mustangs have it. A long 3 from Oslin, no good. Emma Axtell comes up with the rebound. She'll push it back outside to Tegan Oslin. She wants a 3 again and delivers on that one. Tegan Oslin, that was a good-looking shot by Tegan Oslin. She hit it from a good distance away. So 54-16 is our score. And a 3 there from Heikus is no good. Duvernay drives inside to get the rebound, and she puts it back up and in for 2. (56-16), a 3 there from Oslin, no good. Emma Axtell with the rebound, but then it's taken by Madison Davis off the block. She takes it the distance and drops it in for 2. 58-16 now. Under 8 minutes to go on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Their doctors are committed to providing world-class orthodontic care in a friendly and comfortable atmosphere. Plus, they'll leave you with a smile you'll embrace forever. You can find out more at embracemn.com. This ball going to be knocked out of bounds by the Bombers. So we'll stay with the Mustangs, 58-16. Bombers with the lead. Kellish will inbound to Addison Axtell. Axtell looking, surveying, gives it to Osmus. Going inside to Kastenbauer. Kastenbauer back outside to Kellish, now to Fix. Fix goes near side to Axtell. Axtell looking, top of the key, Kastenbauer. Kastenbauer for 3. It's on the mark, but does not fall in. And Duvernay will pick up another rebound, but it's stolen away by Amber Fix. And she gets fouled. And they're going to get Nicole Duvernay with her 3rd. We do have running time, ladies and gentlemen, so the rest of this game seems to go by a little bit quicker. That is why. Amber Fix no good on the 1st. And 34-10 check in for the Mustangs, or the Bombers. My goodness, I don't know why I'm confusing that tonight. 10 will be Ayla Anderson, excuse me. As Fix drops in the 2nd of 2 free throws. And 34 is, of course, Mackenzie Gawley. So the Bombers have it. It's Avery Schockman. She'll give it off on the near side to Emily Davis. Emily Davis looking. She'll give it off to Schockman. Schockman trying to drive inside. Shot up. No good. Rebounded by Kastenbauer. Bringing it up the other way is Kellish. Gives it off to Fix. Fix to the basket. Shot is up. No good, but she was fouled, and she'll go to the line and shoot 2 once again. This one's going to go against Mackenzie Gawley. Her 1st and the team's 5th. Again, it's Amber Fix at the line to shoot 2. That one's good. Make it 58-18. Just about 5 minutes left here in the game. And Fix drops them both in. So 58-19, and Bombers have it. Schockman gives it off to Alex Rysdam, who pulls it in off the tip to Schockman. Now to Emily Davis, back to Schockman. Looking for a screen, goes to Mackenzie Gawley, and that one gonna be, I think Osmus got a block. I think she got a block on that one. Well, we're gonna give it to her anyways. I think she got a hand on it. 58-19, 4.5 minutes to go on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Their doctors, or your customized smile journey will start with a free free consultation, the team at Embrace wants to make your journey as seamless and convenient as possible. Custom Light Force braces, zone Invisalign clear liners. Jump ball, possession arrow, looks like it stays with the Bombers. It will. Emily Davis looks to inbound. She gives it to Alex Rysdam. Back to Emily Davis, top of the key. She thought about 3. Axtell right away in her face and gives it back now to Shockman. Shockman getting on the far side with 5 seconds to shoot. Shot is up, no good, but she's fouled, and she'll go to the line and shoot 2. This will be the 4th team foul on the Mustangs and the 1st on Quincy Osmus. Shockman at the line for 2. The first one is up and good to make it 59-19. And cannot get the second one to go, so 1 of 2 there. Rebound, no, jump ball. So jump ball here. Possession arrow faces the Mustangs. Clevin and Qual check back in for the Stangs of Mora. 59-19 is our score. Kellish has it. And up the court with it. She looks, gives off far side to Qual. Qual on the near side to Osmus. Osmus looking. Pulls it up, gives it to Kellish. Kellish on the near side, now top the key to Clevin. Now to Qual on the far side, into the far side corner to Kastenbauer. Back to Qual. Qual on the near side, now to Kellish once again. Now to Qual. Kastenbauer. Kastenbauer tries to drive between the defenders. It's going to be knocked out, and it will stay with the Mustangs. 2.5 minutes on that Embrace Orthodontic scoreboard. Bombers lead 59-19. They'll do all the insurance heavy lifting for you. If you don't have insurance, ask about financing options. They'll find a plan to fit your budget at embracemn.com. Inbound here to Quincy Osmus with 5 seconds to shoot. 4, 3, 2, and Lindsay Clevin puts up a shot. It does hit rebound, but it's not going to matter because it's rebounded by Ayla Anderson. Back the other way come the Bombers. Emily Davis with it to Anderson. Now to Shockman. Shockman spins around the defender, gets a screen, gives it inside to Gawley, and Gawley, she did get the pass off the tip, but her foot was on the baseline, so out of bounds, and that will be a turnover for the, Bombers. 59-19, our score remains under 2 minutes left here in the game. Kellish has it, pushes it up to Kastenbauer on the far side elbow, now driving inside, backs up, gives it to Qual. Qual for 3, no good, and a rebound there by Alex Rysdam. She brings it up the court, pushes it over to Emily Davis, who almost lost it, but she manages to pull it back in. To Shockman, now back to Emily Davis, top of the key, gives off near side to Alex Rysdam. She gets a lane to the basket, and she gets it off the backboard in for 2. 61-19. Kellish, and that ball was tipped, and it's going to be stolen away by Emily Davis. No good. A rebound by Shockman. No good. Emily Davis with the rebound. She also got the steal. Another turnover for Mora. Gives it to Shockman, who stands top of the key, drives to the far side. Now to Alex Rysdam for 3. That's going to be no good. And Kellish in great position for the rebound. That's her first since the first half, believe it or not. Get some subs in. No. Looks like we would get just a timeout. Of course, Lindsay Clevin getting a hug as she's one of the 4 seniors on this team. Seniors will get a hug. Quincy Osmus, Lindsay Clevin, Carla Qual, and Lauren Colgraff. And I was reading about this team beforehand. They have not been at full strength for over a month. The Mora Mustangs have. And haven't finished it. My English has lost me tonight. I apologize. So, yeah, the Mustangs haven't been at full strength for a month. And now Tegan Oslin looks for 3. It's no good. Picked up by Kastenbauer on the rebound. She's fouled. She'll go to the line and shoot 2. Be the 16th foul here on Braham, and this will just about do it. That'll be on Mackenzie Gawley, her second. Kastenbauer at the line for 2. First one's up. Band short. So with 10 seconds left, this will probably do it. And that one's good from Kastenbauer. So that'll do it. Final score will be 61-20. So that will do it here for us in Mora, where the Mustangs fall to the Bombers 61-20. We'll come back and have a recap of this game. You're listening to girls basketball on Nice 95.5 KBEK.
Embrace Orthodontics offers a unique specialized approach to orthodontic treatment with custom braces or Invisalign. The team at Embrace loves getting to know their patients personally and takes the time to make sure all your questions are answered. Their board-certified orthodontists use only the latest in modern technology to give you the best outcome possible. They work with your insurance company and offer flexible financing options to fit your budget. Call today to set up your free exam and see how Embrace Orthodontics can transform your smile. More online at embracemn.com. That's embracemn.com.
This can be the loneliest sound, and it's never the right time. Car in the ditch, you standing by the side of the road. Thank goodness Hinckley Towing is on the way. 24-hour service, experienced drivers, and state-of-the-art trucks. Put their number in your phone before you need it. Hinckley Towing, 320-385-4049. 320-385-4049.
AOML.
PRB.
B4N.
Period 02.
BF.
143.
AAK.
1 a.m.
Apostrophe S apostrophe.
These are two teenage girls texting each other, and we have no idea what they're saying either. Maybe the WCMP deals guy can translate.
This week, grab $10 tickets to the Duluth Sports Show. Fishing seminars, hundreds of exhibitors. You can even get your deer scored. All for only $10.
No, I don't think that's what they were saying at all. But find these and other great deals at WCMPradio.com/deals. WCMPradio.com/deals. OMG, TTYL. Money sign, heart emoji.
Introducing the Red Runner 2017 Deluxe Firewood Processor. This Canadian-assembled, all-in-one, towable firewood solutions capable of producing 3 face cords per hour. The Red Runner comes equipped with a powerful 18-inch Oregon chainsaw bar, 10-foot-long adjustable conveyor, 2, 4, or even 6-way adjustable splitter head. Fits logs up to 12 feet long and 16 inches in diameter. This high-performance personal firewood processor is powered by a Honda GX390 industrial engine, found only at Stan's Equipment Center in Pine City.
Back here on KBEK, the Mustangs fall to the Bombers 61-20. Taking a look at our stat leaders for the game for the Braham Bombers, it was Madison Davis with 19, then Olivia Heikus with 12, then Aaron Zimpel with 11, 7 for Nicole Duvernay, 5 for Morgan Rysdam, 3 for both Emily Davis and Alex Rysdam, and 1 on a free throw from Avery Schockman. Taking a look rebound-wise, leading the way, they had 3 players with 7 who led the way, Madison Davis, Olivia Heikus, and Nicole Duvernay, and then 4 for Alex Rysdam. They went 7 of 10 from the free throw line in the game, 3 of 4 in the first half, 4 of 6 in the second. They had 20 total steals, 11 in the first, 9 in the second, 5 blocks, 3 in the first, 2 in the second, and 12 total team fouls, 6 in each half. They also only had 11 total turnovers, which pretty good turnover margin there for them. Not bad. When you had 6 in the first half and you lessen it in the second to 5 for a total of only 11. So pretty good there for Braham. On the other side for the Mora Mustangs, leading the way was Amber Fix with 9, 5 for Addison Axtell, and then 3 for Tegan Oslin, 2 for Megan Sperling, and 1 for Elia Kastenbauer. Leading the way rebound-wise was Abigail Kellish with 7, and then 3 for Axtell, Fix, and Emma Axtell as well. They went 8 of 12 from the free throw line, which is a lot better than they started. They went 1 of 3 in the first half and 7 of 9 in the second half. A pretty good turnaround. They had 7 steals, 4 in the first, 3 in the second, 2 blocks, 1 in each half, 8 fouls, 4 in each half. So, again, they did a pretty good job. They did lessen the turnovers. They didn't get what I thought was a key to the second half. They didn't keep it under 10, but they did only get 11. But they did have a total of 29 in the game. So turnovers a little bit of a problem here in this one for the Mora Mustangs. But again, They haven't been at full strength for over a month, so that'll be something that they hope to do here before the playoffs do begin. Taking a look at the brackets here. There isn't really much to look at as of right now, except for when they start. For 6AA, which Mora plays in, it'll start Thursday, February 29th. So not this week, but next week they will begin for the Mora Mustangs. For the Braham Bombers, it begins next Monday. Can you believe it? We start playoffs next Monday for basketball. Next Monday, February 26th, is when we start our playoffs for Braham. So that'll be interesting. Braham right now, the number 2 seed in 5A East. Ogilvie, the number 1 seed, and Mora, unfortunately, looks to be more than likely on the road at Albany in their opening round game. Which, you know what, it is playoffs. Let's be fair. It is playoffs. A lot could happen. So Mora is hoping for a little bit of things to go their way and maybe pull off a massive upset of Albany. That would be the upset of the year, I think, if Mora is able to pull that off. We're all cheering for Mora to pull it off. And, hey, if they do, that would be incredible. I would love to see. It has been a crazy year in sports. I have enjoyed every second of it. This year has been probably the craziest year in sports for me. And I've been doing it, 5 years, 6 years, something like that? And this has been the craziest year for me. It has been so much fun. But that's the final here in this one, 61-20, Braham on top of Mora. Thanks so much for tuning in. You guys give me a job to do, so I appreciate that. Thanks to all the fine sponsors. If it weren't for them, we wouldn't be able to come out here and broadcast any of these games. If you're watching this on our YouTube, don't forget to like and subscribe. Subscribe, hit that red subscribe button. That way you'll be notified anytime that we go live with a local sporting event. All you'll have to do is watch your notifications. When you get the notification, pull down the notification bar, click on the WCMP notification, and it will take you right to the live video that we have. So make sure to like and subscribe in it. And if you know somebody who's not watching right now or just ended watching or doesn't know where to catch the games, tell them, hey, go to WCMP Sports 5 on YouTube, go subscribe to them, and then anytime they go live with a video, with a live local sporting event, that you'll get notified, and then all you have to do is click on that notification. So be sure to let them know that, as we try to spread the word so that everyone gets notified anytime that we go live. Whether you're able to watch it or listen to it, doesn't matter. We want everyone to be notified. That way they have the chance to either watch or listen. Whether they're in the car and they get the notification, they go, oh, well, that game's starting, and now they can tune in on the radio. Or they're at home, they get the notification, and then they can watch it. We love to have people tune in because we want everyone who supports these local schools, girls, boys, the teams, or maybe this is your alma mater high school, whatever it is, we just want them to be able to tune in as well. Of course, don't forget to stay tuned to our morning shows right here on 95.5 FM KBEK with Rockin' Robin Riley at 7:30 and 8:30. And, of course, over on 100.9 FM with Joshua Miron at 7:45 and 8:45. That's when we'll talk local sports. We'll talk this game. We'll talk other local games in our listening area, plus regional sports and some national sports as well. Also, don't forget to go like and subscribe and follow our social medias at KBEK Facebook and at WCMP Radio Facebook. And then on our websites at kbek.com and wcmpradio.com. If you're looking for links to this week's games that we'll be calling, go to kbek.com. Go to the sports tab and click on schedule. That will show the links for this week's games coming up. Of course, it is subject to change just due to sickness, teams cancellations, and stuff like that. So that is subject to change. Also, don't forget to follow us at our Twitter at WCMP Radio. Again, that's where you can catch all things local sports. Game recaps, breaking news, game cancellations, time changes, game location changes, LOI signings, coaches, new coaches coming in, coaches resigning, all things local sports you can catch there on our Facebooks and our websites and, of course, also our Twitter. So once again, thanks so much for tuning in here this evening where the Braham Bombers defeat the Mora Mustangs 61-20. And remember to be kind to everyone. You never know what someone is going through, and your kindness could truly make their day. The final for the last time here from Mora, the Bombers 61, the Mustangs 20. For Nice 95.5 FM KBEK, I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman. Have a great rest of your night.